In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to record and process data for a mobility assessment in the Stepscan software. Power on the Stepscan system and launch the Stepscan application by clicking on the desktop icon. Enter a registered username and password in the login window and click Login. On the landing page of the software, under the Record options, select Other Tests and Mobility. Select a patient record. You can search for a specific patient by using the patient's first name, last name, or patient ID. If no patient records exist, click the Add New Patient button and fill out the patient information form. When you've selected a patient, click the Start Recording button. You'll be prompted to enter information associated with this patient's visit. Fill in as much or as little as desired. At least one ICD code must be specified. For ease of use, click the Load from Previous Visit text to recall past selections. Finally, click OK to enter the recording screen. On the recording screen, there are several buttons and options for your convenience. Clicking on the Live button on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen will connect the hardware and begin streaming pressure data onto the screen. Once connected, you will see your footprints appear and disappear as you walk across the system. When the Tile Grid checkbox is checked, a grid appears within the recording window. Each square in the grid represents an individual tile within the system. If cameras are set up for the system, different orientation options will be displayed in the top left of the recording screen. This can be used to toggle between different ways of viewing the data. Using the Rotate button, we can flip the tile and camera views where necessary, so that the camera and tile walking directions are the same, and so that left and right feet are not inverted. The Zoom button can be used to zoom in and out on the streaming data. To begin, we'll record a gait sample. Click the Record button, and again on the gait sample type. Instruct the patient to walk at a normal pace across the system. When sufficient data has been collected, click the Stop button. For brevity, we've collected a very short sample. Click Live to begin streaming live data on the screen again. Next, we'll record a balance sample. Instruct the patient to step onto a tile and assume a comfortable stance, and initiate a balance type recording. Note that the normative data referenced in the reports you will generate were collected for subjects walking and standing normally. Using the Replay button, the selected recording can be reviewed. The video can be paused, stopped, or moved forward or backward for review. To save the data and process it later for generating a report, click the disk icon. To process the data now and generate a report, click on the statistics icon to the right. This takes us to a new screen where the recordings are laid out in full. In a mobility assessment, there are 2 recordings, each with an associated tab. We'll review them both. Internal algorithms automatically classify footprints as left, shown in green, or right, shown in blue, and the direction in which they point as left or right. This window provides editing tools should there be some aspect of the data that you wish to adjust. When satisfied with the data as presented in this window, click Accept. This will generate a set of reports based on the samples you recorded. You'll be ushered to a report that summarizes key results. Namely, the cadence is the average number of steps per minute that the patient walks. The Pressure Distribution Symmetry Index describes how evenly the pressure is shared between the left and right feet, and can have values between -100 and 100. A value of 0 means that the same amount of pressure is seen under each foot. A large negative number indicates that the person is putting more pressure on their left foot. A positive number would indicate more pressure on the right foot. In the same way, the Step Length Symmetry Index indicates symmetry related to step length between feet, and the Roll-Off Symmetry Index indicates the relative speed at which a patient launches off each foot. Sway area expresses steadiness, and more specifically, the extent to which the patient strayed from their center of balance. COP velocity is a more general measure of the steadiness of the patient. The smaller the number, the more stable they are. The colors green, yellow, and red associated with each metric indicate how much a patient's values differ from the norms. This is done to highlight irregularities for the clinician, pointing out areas for further investigation. Green means that the value is within 1.5 standard deviations of the mean. Yellow indicates between 1.5 and 2 standard deviations, and red indicates greater than 2 standard deviations. Below these metrics is a visual representation of the patient's underfoot pressures and the center of pressure movement while balancing, which is the erratic line within the green ellipse. Additional statistics and charts can be viewed in the complete gait, gait pressure, and balance reports that are also available. If you have further questions about these or any other aspect of the Stepscan product line, please contact us at info@stepscan.com or visit our website at www.stepscan.com.